He then returned to the convenience store, picked out some handy weapons, and even heated up some fast food in the microwave. Soon after, a second wave of assassins disguised as maintenance workers armed with guns burst in. When a bronze meets a king, there's hardly a chance to fight back. It's a complete one-sided beatdown. The same moves, the same actions, still maintaining the class of a king. After everything was settled, the fast food was just nicely heated up, just as he was preparing to eat. He sensed some movement behind him and realized someone was missed. He wiped the blood off his chopsticks with his trousers, then wolfed down the food. After finishing his business, Rairu went to a phone booth planning to call Anko to say goodnight. Unexpectedly, the female assassin from the elevator appeared, ditching her high heels and silently walking towards the phone booth with a dagger in hand. Without a word, he pushed open the door and stabbed straight in. Unbeknownst to her, Rairu was well prepared and immediately subdued the woman's hands. The two engaged in a fierce fight in the confined space, and within a few rounds, Rairu choked her with a phone cord. As blood spurted out, the woman fell to the ground, done for. The assassins sent by the Phantom Sword faction were ineffective, so they thought of Rairu's old war buddy, ABIs. Both of them belonged to the same mercenary team, had been through life and death together, and were nearly equal in combat skills and experience. To pinpoint Phantom's location, he deliberately let his guard down to let the assassins capture Anko, then tracked Phantom's hideout using a cell phone GPS. After preparing their weapons and gear, he and two subordinates arrived near the target location overnight. After reconnaissance, they discovered that over 100 special forces were lying in ambush, so the trio formulated a battle plan and began to act separately. Rairu took the lead, swiftly taking down one person. He fired 2 shots into the sky with his pistol, drawing all the surrounding soldiers towards him. He stood motionless behind a large tree, waiting for the enemy to come close, then suddenly rushed out and efficiently sent 4 more to their demise. Seeing their companions' bodies, the other soldiers instantly fell into disarray. Rairu moved like an actual ghost, his presence unpredictable and elusive. The moment they got near him, they were as good as sentenced to death. All their struggles and resistance were futile, with no chance to fight back at all. The 2 subordinates quickly approached Phantom's den. However, the enemy ambush was too dense. Faced with a siege of over 100 special forces, they did not retreat, but chose to strike head-on. The 2 coordinated beautifully, one high and one low, and with precise marksmanship, they forcefully broke out of the encirclement. Rairu knocked someone out with a single whip kick. Spinning around, he delivered a Dragon Hunter Tails below, knocking down another. Still unsatisfied, he pulled out a military entrenching tool from his pant leg. Don't think this tool is only for digging. In the hands of the protagonist, it became a lethal weapon. Unexpectedly, his old comrade ABIs joined him partway. He always believed he was faster than Rairu. He wanted to compete to see who could eliminate the most enemies in the shortest time. Even though they were all well-trained special forces, perhaps formidable in front of ordinary people, they were like ants to these experts and became mere pawns in their competition. Unfortunately, the sniper, being less experienced, upon seeing a child, he hesitated out of compassion, losing the best timing to shoot, unaware that the child was also a genius assassin from Phantom's ranks. The subordinate was no match and was ultimately killed in retaliation.